you know, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. Of course, they have the giant heads in the Great Wall of China.
Yep, that's basically this game's way of signifying, like, a Mystic Temple dungeon. Because, like I said in one of our other videos, this game has a very little dungeon, big dungeon, little dungeon, big dungeon, little dungeon, big dungeon. You had the, like, Edward's prison right before the Incan ruins, and then the slave busting up a slave ring before the Sky Garden, the Vampire Palace before Mu, and then we had Angel Village before the Great Wall of China. So, right now, we'll just somehow find just the entrance to the Great Wall of China. And we're gonna do most of this as Will. And this is where Psycho Slider is really fucking handy. Because most every enemy on here is on this, like, you know, just base, like, horizontal plane. So it's real easy to just slide into people and just keep knocking the shit out of them. We also have these things, which we can't run up yet, no matter how much speed we get.
Huh. Like, we need to build our de facto speed.
We gotta get into that QPU shit.
No, our buttons! We were standing on those!
And these guys are the worst archers of all time. Like, this guy just shooting... They cannot shoot up for the fucking life of them.
I think they're in that really heavy-duty armor, so they can't turn. It's like, oh, I'm facing this way. If he runs in front of me, that's, you know, it'll work out.
So some of these fires like to do the drop down. Some of them like to just fucking explode. Oh, and if they shoot an arrow at you, if you're Psycho sliding, you can just completely ignore it. Or parry it like I did there, if you bounce into them correctly.
I gotta say, I like this better than most dungeons. I like the
aesthetic,
mostly left and right movement. Yeah.
I think the Great Wall of China is one of the better dungeons in this game. Mostly because it's also very singular. You don't, like, you come in from the left and you leave by the right. There isn't, like, a fucking ton of backtracking. It's certainly nice to come here after Mu and being like, oh, look at that. A dead end that's only, like, one room away. Oh, there are also these things on the floor here. Part of the necklace he made, which means that he had to have come here, took the necklace, which he forgot to give her? Because he already had it? And was like, well, fuck this, who wants to be reminded, right? And just kind of, I'm gonna scatter these on the Great Wall of China while demon archers shoot at my fucking face. Like, how the fuck did Lance survive this shit? He doesn't know flute foo like I do.
Maybe he has, like, an actual weapon, like a sword or something.
Oh, that would be nice. Certainly better than Lily, whose power is turning into a fucking flower. I also like that the enemies in this dungeon, none of them are like real pieces of shit.
Yeah, it seems like pretty standard stuff. Oh, but we got traps now.
There are little traps here and there, but nothing's really too, like dickish. I mean, Mu had worse traps than this. Plus, again, we can slide. We can't shoot down that guy. And Will can jump really fucking high. Like, really fucking high.
Splatted.
So, there are a lot of terracotta warriors here. Some of them are alive, some of them aren't. A good way to check is just to go into your start menu.
Now,
look for the
in actual real wall of China, they didn't put any terracotta warriors inside the wall, did they?
I don't believe they did. Also, an easy way to
I
tell.
thought they were all like buried with the emperor or something.
I think so. A good way to tell, by the way, who's real and who's not, you can just look at their visor. If they have eyes, they're a warrior. And even then, they're just a standard, regular-ass warrior. And we had kicked this guy in the ass for being ignorant. I also liked the music for the stage as a kid because it kind of reminded me of Ranma 1/2.
You know, it did.
Because
That kind of
Takahashi
Chinese
was...
motif.
Takahashi was, the way she kind of treated the Chinese in that was, a very mixed bag. She had a lot of really cool Chinese motifs in her art, but she also kind of treated the Chinese like they were, you know, horrible speech impediment.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, Japan,
Especially
China has, like, a whole thing.
Especially in the English dub. Like, whoo, man.
Well, I don't think she had control of that, though.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
maybe she did. I don't know. The one thing I know is that we got the one Super Nintendo game, which I bought off like eBay or something.
Oh, man. Hard battle.
And that was, yeah, Hard Battle, which it was a really bad game. It was a fighting game. Pretty much, almost all Ranma 1/2 games are fighting games. It's not really a surprise.
It didn't age well, and it, like, I'm talking like in 1995 when it came out, it didn't age well.
Well, it was born not aged well. It's a fighting game that does not handle like a fighting game, and I don't mean that in a good way.
Yep.
It's like, you know how in Street Fighter you've got your Hadouken, which is like quarter circle forward and, you know, shit like that, moves that makes sense. Whereas here it's like hold a button for a certain amount of time and then press forward, or like press these two buttons at once, or it felt awful.
Yeah.
And I know Takahashi was very displeased with the localization on that.
Oh my god,
And she was displeased with how the game came out, which is why we never got any more Ranma 1/2 games. She forbade it basically.
It was terrible. Like, by that point, I was watching the anime, and like they would occasionally put the advertisement for it on like one VHS before they realized, like,
oh my gosh, I remember that Ranma 1/2 Hard Battle.
The only thing I remember from that is like they tried to do like a little bit of voice sampling for it, so you had this like the most computerized, digitized voice doing the Hirio Shotenha.
That's right. I remember that she was unhappy with the voices mostly.
Oh, they were so bad. He's got this like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
so,
that's what got her pissed off.
Yep. Also, Lily's back. Are you looking for lands? So you flew through the desert for like a week. And it hasn't been a long time, it's been like a day.
I'm gonna guess that, like, she's gonna be completely oblivious. Like, dude, you kind of dissed Lance pretty hard. You could have said something.
You became a flower. Oh, by the way, remember people saying, oh, we need if you get bit by an ass, just jiggle around all over the place and it'll get them loose? Yeah, that's for this part.
Oh, that's what it meant, okay. What, you can't walk past that? Come on.
Apparently not.
Yeah, but fortunately, there are good Ranma 1/2 games. They're just not in English.
Yeah. I was actually talking with a friend about this the other day, about how Takahashi, just how fucking, like, amazing she is and all that. She told Mamoru Oishi, you know, the guy behind Ghost in the Shell and, like, some of the, you know, most incredible, you know, anime out there, he got his start directing Urusei Yatsura TV for her. And she didn't like the way that he did a couple of episodes, like, in his style. And she pretty much just told him to go fuck himself.
Really?
Yeah, she's like...
Oh,
hey,
wait, he did a couple, like, Ranma episodes for her?
Urusei Yatsura.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. I was thinking of, Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah. No, that wasn't her. So, get a new ability. Will's final move.
The spin dash.
Psycho dash, or the Psycho spin. Which I just call it the Psycho Crusher, because it's literally Bison's Psycho Crusher.
The Psycho Crusher, yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop.
So, it's actually a really... I don't think it's as useful as the slide, but... it's definitely the most handy move in terms of, like, getting around. So what you gotta do is
but
charge...
it makes you green.
You gotta charge it up, and then you gotta tap the L and R buttons really fast. And then you become a whirlwind. And if you hold the direction, you just fucking take off in that.
Huh. So it's more like Kirby's tornado.
Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it. I forget if you can hold the charge. So, like, we can just do this.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because the entire time you are in your tornado, you're invincible. It takes a long time to charge up, which is the only bad thing about it. Like, for the money, I think the slide is still better, even if it doesn't do as much damage.
Isn't the tornado just like a puzzle move?
Anyway. No, it has a good offensive capabilities too. It can do a ton of damage. And you can do things like technically charge up while you're in a tornado. You can charge up a second one. It's actually really good for...
just string them together.
Yeah. So we could go right, but we actually want to go back because we kind of ran past the doorway here. And you're oh, I'm bit! I got two on me!
Come in, Jiggling!
Yeah, they do, like, no damage to you.
Aren't you gonna push the button?
Oh, that's the way to get out.
Oh.
We gotta go deeper.
Oh, there's lots of buttons now.
Yeah. And this fire just does, like, the sea cucumber thing.
What's the sea cucumber thing?
It just kind of, like, shoots seeds all over the place.
Can we talk for a second about how fucking weird a sea cucumber is?
Oh, it's the dick of the ocean.
Well, it has no brain. It has like some kind of nerves around its mouth, anus. Like it has a mouth that's also an anus, and it defends itself by shooting its guts out.
It's the dick of the sea. Like, you just described the dick of the sea right there.
I guess so. I don't know.
Alright, so I think I have to actually, like, psycho charge that one. Come on. I almost slid right into the fucking gate.
That would have sucked. Would you have missed that power up?
No, yeah, I still would have gotten it. I don't think I actually need. Do I need Freedan for this part?
Well, I mean, you didn't come back here for no reason.
Oh, I came here for the upgrade.
Oh, I mean, if they put it there, I would assume that you need it.
Yeah, I'll get it. I like being able to
Isn't he just
slide
better anyway?
For this particular dungeon, the I think the Psycho Spin is better. Like Freedan has one like once we get 40 gems, I think, or no, once we get 30 gems, Freedan gets an ability that is stupid good. But until then, right now Will's actually better power-wise. Just cause the slide is so fucking good, and the fact that Freedan can't climb those like walls by himself. I probably need him to shoot like a power beam or something. Yeah, okay, I do need him for this.
Yep. Like I thought, you know, they wouldn't give you the portal if you didn't need him.
And I think if I remember correctly, I killed this guy and immediately can change back to Will.
So they might as well have just given you a key.
See, like, if I had the slide here, these guys would be nothing. Come back here, Flaming Eye.
No. You're not going to get me.
Did I kill it? Or nope, it's just hiding way over there. You rat fuck. You're one hit away from death. So it's been a while since we've had one of these. A good puzzle pulling, good pulling puzzle.
Just like break the things.
I can't.
Man,
Oh, but they are
terracotta.
alive. Alright. Now.
Oh, now you have to go back through there and kill them all.
Yep. But it's okay, because I can do my Fabio stance. Nice arrows, doofus. I've got sword shots. Like, Will is... Initially, Freedan's way better than Will because they both swing their sword and flute at the same time, and Freedan just has a little more range and does a little more damage. But when Will learns, you know, the slide and the spin, he can do way more damage. Here you are, you rat. Okay, there we go. He's finally fucking dead. I still love the sound effects from those things, the fucking Genesis bass smack. So yeah, we need to get Will again.
Dang it. Oh, but we can kill these guys, though.
Yep, take care of these nerds. That snake's just fucking, like... The snake was so enthusiastic to bite us that he ran right into his spear.
Did it actually hurt him?
Nope.
Yeah, back then we didn't have stuff like that.
See, I'm not even like... My sword technically never hit that guy once. The one thing Friedan does have is those fucking gigantic hitboxes. Like, I don't even have to technically... I don't even have to pull my map out and double check to see who's real. I can just walk down the hallway and start swinging.
Swing blindly.
The last guy is like, well, he's just kind of smashing every piece of armor here.
I might as well come to life. I'm not going to surprise him.
And our buddy, the health upgrade. Oh, once you kill all of them, a dark space opens up. Because it was just scared of all the warriors. And guys, like, are you sure you want to be the little boy? You can be like the strong, big, buff warrior.
No, I want to use a flute.
I want to kick ass with music. Which is what the hunting horn in Monster Hunter is all about.
You and your Monster Hunter.
It's so good! I've already sunk like 100 hours.
I'm Bear Pigman, and I like Monster Hunter. This is just like that one time I played Monster Hunter.
I've sunk 300 hours into Monster Hunter 4 and like 150 into the new one.
Didn't it just come out?
Yes!
I've got 300 hours in Terraria, but I've been playing it since it came out.
Yeah, I played for you for like a year and a half.
So okay, this isn't a centipede, this is an antlion.
Yep, and it shoots out babies towards you. Who
It
spit
shoots
rocks.
babies, yeah.
So this fucking... this guy, he's got mad ups and mad... He's fast.
Can't you tornado?
I could. I would actually want to take care of all of his little babies first.
Oh, they're not infinite?
Well, he's got to make them.
You gotta make them, kid.
Yeah, for this one, you actually... If you're trying to just, like... If you can see where he's gonna spawn, you can just tornado it and kind of hover around his, like, spawn zone. And that way, no matter where he flies, you'll always kind of catch him at least once. He's actually the easiest boss in the game, I think. He just has a lot of health.
It's like you're only doing 1 damage, but his cherries are still going down, which means he's got really low HP. That...
Oh, by the way, not all of them turn into babies. Some of them become eyes and walk around.
Oh no! I see you. I see you.
How fucking terrifying.
Paige just has a thing with eyeballs.
I think the baby ones look cute.
Yeah, I mean, they're okay. Better than the eyeballs.
Oh, the eyeballs are fucking terrifying. It's just an eyeball with legs walking around, masquerading itself as a centipede egg, which it shoots from its mouth. I mean, you can also try doing
whiffing these last few hits.
It's hard. You like kind of have to have a little luck. There we go. And as it died, it coughed up a fucking statue. Which I have to assume maybe that's where the eyeball came from, just part of a statue that broke off, and it makes more sense than it being a fucking centipede.
Well, aren't we gonna, like, suck its fluids out?
No, thankfully we don't have to do that.
We don't have to give the centipede a BJ?
Nope, we don't have to blow a bug. Thank you, God. Lance did that for us.
Oh, good. Maybe that's why it was so upset.
How did he get past all of that?